I mean, I'm fine going back to the drawing board. I have posed that question before if we wanted to open it up for requests for proposal. And I think it's a kind of the cart and the horse issue or the chicken and the egg issue or whatever. I mean, you don't know you have something that people want until somebody says, I want it. And then when you have everybody else say, well, I want that too, then as a county, do we just say first come, first serve? Do we say, well, let's open it up to make sure that the taxpayers are getting the best value for a long-term lease in this area? So I think I would be fine with putting that out for a request for proposal. At this point, I don't know. I mean, I'd look at other terms of the lease, but once again, the lease as it's written, I would like a business plan. I would like operating agreement, financials. We just haven't, I don't think, been provided enough hard documentation to enter into this type of business.
Stephen, do you want to respond to anything?
To be honest, commissioners, at this point, I think it's just, my recommendation is just vote on it as is, and if it's a no, we'll either go back to the drawing board and deal with it that way, or if there's corrections you want to make as a board, make those corrections, but I don't want to continue to waste Mr. Fraser's time if it's going to be a no. We've already spent a significant amount of staff time on this. He's spent a significant amount of time as well, and money. I would rather we either be done with it and move forward, or we approve it and move forward. Whatever that looks like, it's up to you. So,
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, Mr. Fraser.
It appears clearly I'm the bad guy here. I don't like being the bad guy. I'd just like to point out a few things, and hopefully it will help some of the folks that are here better understand. Regarding the skeet club, I have no issue with that. I'd actually like to be a member. I mean, that's fine with me. I don't know why there's an issue between myself and that organization. I don't understand, unless it's been precipitated some way. In regard to the Bank of China, I think I tried to point out clearly my position. I don't know how well read these folks are on it, but back in the 1990s, if I could have a few moments to respond to this, back in the 1990s, myself and a few partners that are probably well known to the aviation community brought general aviation to the People's Republic of China. As a result of that, it caused close associations. My organization had a joint venture with the central government for 10 years. If anybody wants to know anything about China, I'd be happy to talk to them anytime they wish. And I don't think there's anybody in this room that knows any more about China than I do, frankly. I have no affiliations there directly related to this deal at all. I simply requested a letter through the bank because I have a long association with them. It's very difficult, as I explained, to get this letter here domestically because people don't want to issue it for whatever reason. When I say people, I'm talking about banks. I understand there's issues with China today. I have some myself. This particular project for me is sort of a happy project. It's not one of the projects I spend a whole lot of time on. I was supposed to be somewhere else in the world today. I'm here, and when we talk about cost, I look at this costing me in the area of $34,000 to $38,000 so far in business to sit here and attend these meetings, which I wholly want to, because this project is very important to me. As far as investment in this is a simple, we're going to construct some storage units. This gentleman that just spoke, I understand he has a storage facility. I'd love to spend some time talking with him. Maybe there's something we could do together There's all sorts of opportunities. My take, the way I look at this is I have several groups of investors that I work with here in northern Idaho. They're friends, they're prominent people. Those are the people that I have spoken to about investment here. And I think they'd be happy to cooperate. The intent is to build something that would make the county proud, make myself proud. If it's competitive, it's competitive. I don't know what to say about that. I think I've given Stephen some thoughts on how to eliminate those percentages and look at this entirely differently. I'm certainly willing to do that. And I'm not sitting here because I'm the guy that wants to make millions of dollars out of this. I think probably at least the commissioners are aware of my intent. So with that thought in mind, if there's anybody in this room that would like to ask me questions directly, I'd be happy to address those directly.
Okay.
Pretty much all I have to say.
Thank you. Bill, did you want to weigh in?
Not really. I pretty much said what I've got to say.
I think we give that list to the